everyone, I'm here to make this video because a lot of people have requested help with the current version of Monster Hunter Stories Iceborne. The mod does not work if your game is updated to the most recent patch, and I imagine that most people let their games auto-update or updated it without even thinking about it, not understanding how this would affect their ability to use the mod or any mods. I don't know how many mods have updated for this current patch. I know there's a few key mods that haven't updated for a year or two. Um, but some of the big ones like Stracker's Loader have updated for the most recent patch. Stories Iceborne, however, has not, at least not yet. Fandaris is having some technical issues, so he's had to move a bunch of files around and restructure his whole computer before he can even attempt to work on the new update. I'm not sure what the current status of things is, but I would not expect an update to the mod anytime soon. However, you can still play if you roll your game version back to version 1521. The current patch is 1522, but we need to be on 1521 to play with Stories Iceborne. And if you're using any other mods that do work with stories, you can still use them. You just need to make sure that they are the previous versions. If you're using Stories Iceborne in the guide, here, I'll bring it up right here on my screen. In the installation guide, next to the things that you need, like Stracker's Loader, there is versions next to them. So right here, you can see first mod, Stracker's Loader, version 3.0.1, not the most recent patch. Same thing for Performance Booster and Plugin Extender. It is version 122. If there's a more recent version than 122, do not use that version. You need to use these ones specifically, or stories will not work, even if you roll back your game. Another thing that you need to know is that you will have to start a new character if you have launched the game at all since it has updated. All of your save files for all of your characters, doesn't matter which save slot it's on, if you have launched the game, it's saved, and it has changed your save state from 1521 to 1522. And rolling back could corrupt your save and just ruin everything anyway. And so you'll have to delete your character file and make a new character. If you're not sure how to find your save files to edit these things, so say for example, maybe you've had the game uninstalled for a while, so you haven't touched it for, let's see, when did the update happen? Let me scroll up a little bit. So Monster Hunter World has a new update. This is 6/4/24. So this was 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago, just about. If at the time of recording this video, it is currently 8/21/24 when I'm recording this. So 6/4/24. If you have not played the game since then, you can go into your files to back up your save files and be able to keep that save. Just make sure you keep a copy of that save somewhere safe, so that you can keep playing regardless of what version of the game you're on. But especially if you're going to roll back, you're definitely going to make backups just in case things go wrong, and keep it somewhere separate from your game files. I always have a mod folder away from everything else. Here, I'll bring this up right here. Not this, let me bring. So let's see. Mods right here. So these are all my mods for all my different games. You can see I have folders for them. And then, story save backup. I have a folder specifically for that. And you can also put your game save in there as well, things like that. I recommend everybody have this for any game that you mod. Just keep a folder on a separate drive or just somewhere else on your computer in your documents folder. It doesn't matter. Just name it after the game and just be like, Monster Hunter World mods or whatever, and keep everything you need in there. I can show you. Here's my save backup for the stories mod itself. So these are my monsty levels, names, everything like that. My character, the rider level, because there's rider levels in the mod now. Now I'm going to show you how to get your save file real quick. So we're going to go, my game is on my main Windows C drive. So we're going to go here, program files 86, Steam, user data, all the way down here. I think it's here. But you need to find this folder here, 582010, remote. This is your game save. So this number here here, this might not be the same, but you just want to make sure you pick the longer number. One of them should be 0, one of them should be a long number. And then you need to find 58, 20, 10, and remote. And this here, save data 1000, you need to make a copy of this. So I'll go ahead and I'll do that. I'll just Control C, and then I'm going to go to my mod folder. I'll just put it here, my story save backup, and we'll just put it right there. So this is my current character save data, and this right here is my Monsty save data, and I'll show you how to get that right now. I need to remember what drive my Monster Hunter is on. I think it's still on my C drive. So we're going to go to Steam, Steam Maps, Common, Monster Hunter World, and I believe it is Stories Iceborne. Yeah, classic user. And it's this right here, savefile.bin. And then once again, you would just Control C, and I'm going to take it over to my mods folder. Control V, replace the file in the destination. Now all my names, levels, everything are backed up for both the mod and the game itself. And now any edits that I make, it's not going to matter because they're going to be saved permanently. If anything breaks, if my files get corrupted, I can replace them with these files in the places that I just got them from, and it should fix things. To keep problems from happening in the future whenever the game randomly updates, as Capcom is apparently going to keep patching this game for at least another year or two, probably until a few months to a year after Wilds come out. I would expect World to still get updates from Capcom. We're going to want to make sure that we turn automatic updates off in Steam. So I'm going to right click on Monster Hunter World in Steam, go to Properties, Updates, and make sure that this is set to only update this game when I launch it. The next thing you're going to do is open up a browser window. I just opened Steam here as a default page because we're going to be opening Steam. And in the address bar here, we're going to input this code here. This code will be in the description, so you can copy and paste it, and I will also make it larger on screen for you right now. And then once that is entered in, we're going to go ahead and confirm and click Open Steam. What this is going to do is it's going to open this hidden console on your Steam app on your computer if you have it installed. I'm going to give you another code on screen and in the description for you to copy paste. And down here at the bottom of the Steam console page, you just paste this right here and then submit. Because I already have it installed, I'm not going to submit it currently, but what this is going to do is this is going to download the previous version of the game that we need in order to play Monster Hunter Stories Iceborne. And then I'm going to show you what to do next now. Once the depot is downloaded, you need to locate your Monster Hunter World Steam folder. If you have it on a separate drive, like your E or D drive, it'll be Steam Library, Steam Maps, Common, and then Monster Hunter World will be here. If, like me, you have it on your normal C drive, we're going to go to Windows, Program Files 86, Steam, Steam Maps, Common, Monster Hunter World, and then here you're going to want to find your Monster Hunter World EXE. So whichever drive it's on, you need to find Monster Hunter World in your Steam folder, and then locate the Monster Hunter World EXE. We're going to want to make a copy of this. So like I was talking about earlier, if you have a mod folder to back up extra copies of your saves, your mod files, anything extra, we're going to copy and paste this there for now. Just as an example here, so that you can see what I was talking about, I'm just going to open up my story save backup folder again, and I'm going to paste the exe here. Now you're going to go into Steam and you're going to update your game to version 15.22. For this next part, I recommend putting your Steam in offline mode, so whenever you attempt to do the next section, it will attempt to launch your game through Steam if we don't put it in offline mode. So I'm going to go up here to Steam, and I'm going to go offline. Then I'm going to go back. You see I still have my backups here and my Monster Hunter World folder still ready to go. I'm going to take this exe and I'm going to put it back in this folder. And I'm going to replace the file in the destination. Don't need this anymore. I'm going to right click on the Monster Hunter World exe, show more options, send to desktop. and that will create a shortcut like this one right here. This is a shortcut of this. And now you can only launch your game through this shortcut. Only ever launch your game with this shortcut. I'm going to go ahead and do it right now just to show you that it works. I have my game still in offline mode, but you don't have to. You can play online. Playing with other players online can be a little finicky sometimes, so be careful about that. But you can play online. You will only be able to play with people on the same game version as you, though. So only people playing on 1521 will be able to play with you. And here we are. We're in game. I have my Monstie. I'll go ahead and go on a mission, just so I can show you that everything works. Ignore the fact that he's Azure Rathalos right now, because I was making reskins for Silver Rathalos so that people could make him look like any of the other Wraths. Same for Rathian. If you want those, they're in the Discord. Let's just go to the Ancient Forest. If you have not watched the other guides on how to use the mod, for some of the controls you need to make sure that you have the correct game settings. I can quickly go over some of them right now just to be a little bit of a refresher or a new thing for people who haven't seen them previously. Come here, Az. You can see I have Let's Ride hotkeyed there. Let me select him. His icon is Seregios because I have the mods added to add more creatures, and it replaced his icon with Seregios because he's Silver Rathalos. Now you can see I have full control of his movement, for the most part. There are some areas of the map that are a little bit grabby, especially when you're flying. It'll force your monster to go a specific direction. There's a hotkey for flying and landing if you have a Monstie that's capable of flight. If you hold R, you can also pitch upwards. And there's omnidirectional movement, so you can move in any direction, especially if you're on a controller. You'll be able to feel just how fluid this is. I'm on keyboard and mouse right now. In order to be able to do this, you can see that I have locked onto him in the bottom left corner there. If I cycle to another thing, he'll actually go try to track these guys down. But then I cycle back to him. I did not mean to jump off, I meant to evade. Come here, buddy. Now I have control of him again. That will also make him ignore other monsters in the area, so if you want him to not fight other hostile monsters, even if they're attacking you, selecting your Monstie will make them ignore enemies. Selecting nothing will make them attack any hostile large monster. They will not attack like Aptonoth or Jagras or anything like that. Only Great Jagras and other large monsters that you're sent out to hunt. They don't have the AI to hit the little guys. And I'm going to quickly show you... I'll show you the Monstie menu, actually. Under Info here, the third one, Monsties. This is where you can see your currently selected Monsties. It actually shows the name that you've given them, if you've given them a name. You can change your monster here. Yeah, cannot change while you're on a quest. If I'm in the hub, it'll tell you what Monstie that is. This is Kushala, in their level and everything. And you can enable and disable Monsties at any time, so that if you want to play with other people, if they don't have the mod installed, or you don't have to uninstall the mod. If they don't have the mod installed, you just disable it so that your Monsties will no longer appear when you go out on a mission with them. If you are playing with other people, whoever is the host, their Monstie will take priority, and that Monstie is the one that will come with you. If you both have Silver Rathalos selected, it will pick the host level. So if I have a level 50 Silver Rathalos, and you have a level 1 Silver Rathalos, if you post the quest, the Rathalos will be level 1. Even though I have a level 50, it doesn't matter. The host takes priority. Now if I have my level 50 Silver Rathalos, and you pick Basil Goose, then it will be Basil Goose, and my Silver Rathalos will stay at home. Same thing with toggle multiplayer. This is another thing that you want to turn on if you're going to play with other riders, which is only people who have the mod installed. And it will reduce a lot of the latency issues and make the mod function better. It'll make the AI a little simpler, but more fluid so that you don't have any issues. It doesn't cause you to disconnect at all. And then I can show you here. I'm gonna select... Where are you going? Sir? Where are you going? He's right there. Rathalos is a little drunk right now. There he goes. Now he's listening. Hello? If you take so much stagger damage and your monster gets toppled, it will eventually throw you off. You also take damage whenever you get toppled or staggered. You take a fixed amount of damage, and once you get reduced to 1 HP, it'll automatically throw you off your monster. You can, however, tell him to evade. So he's doing all these attacks on his own. But this, the juke, that is all me. So if you're afraid he's going to get hit and you don't want to get knocked off, you just tell him to evade. And it can save you from taking damage and let you stay on longer if that's what you want. They're going to be most effective if you're fighting alongside them, especially at low levels. They're not going to be super helpful unless you're also really low level, like at the beginning of the game. But if you're in Master Rank with a level 1 monster, they're not going to be doing a whole lot. There. We're going to tell him to leave right now. So I can show you the camera controls that I was going to show you a moment ago. So how I'm making him do that. So we need to go into... Margakugo is going to keep trying to hit me. We need to go into our camera settings. Let's see. On page 2. Right here, camera style, target camera. So there's focus camera, do not focus target, and target camera. Target camera is the one that allows you to control your monstie. Whenever you're riding them, if you don't have this camera selected, this won't work. You won't be able to tell them where to go, they will just be confused. And you also won't be able to tell them to do this, and just target him and tell him to go do that. I don't know why you keep trying to leave, buddy. He's right there. For other things, like how to rename him, if I just hit insert, / MHS space set name, and I'm gonna just change his name to Az. Right now it's Azrael, as you can see above his head. Don't get me knocked off right now. I'm gonna open the map. Oh, I can't open the map while I'm on him. Alright, let me jump off. Just discovered Nargacuga. Try not to die. Alright. Open the map. Close the map. Now he's Az. And I just do the same thing to change it back. MHS, set name. Azrael. Open the map. Close the map. His name's Azrael again. Now if I want him to come back over here. Come here, buddy. There we go. Alright, stop. 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 Just go. We're leaving. Ooh. He's trying to get me. That's all I can think to show you right now off the top of my head. Just the quick tips. If you have more questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. And also, there is a long video that I will link at the end of this. I'll put it in the end card so that you can watch the longer tutorial. You can skip the install if you've done it already. But it gives you a rundown of all of the features of the mod as of a few updates ago. There's a few more new things that I need to cover, but I'm waiting to make the new update video until the mod gets updated yet again for the new game patch, because it's going to take quite a while to show off all the new features. But hopefully this helps everybody who is really confused and lost on how to play the mod in the current patch and really wanting to have a fully functional thing. Just keep in mind that if you're doing this now, you haven't done it yet, you do have to start a new character if you have played the game since it has updated. If you haven't touched your game, if it's been uninstalled all this time, then that's fine. Just make sure you back up your save before you launch the game. Once you launch the game, that character is doomed, and you will just have to wait for the mod to update if you don't want to restart your save. The mod update is coming. Vandyrus is just having tech issues. I'm not sure when the mod update will come out. I'm sorry that we just have no news on that because it is something that he's only able to work on in his free time, as well as him having to sort out all of his computer issues before he's able to continue working on the mod as he planned. But I hope this was helpful. And once again, let me know if you have any questions or concerns. The link to the Discord will be in the description, as well as the pinned comment. Everything I'm gonna make sure to put it in the description of the pinned comment so that it's really easy for you to find. And that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Bye.